My name is Tarmack, and this is your Game Industry News Wrap-Up for the week of March 31st, 2018. Our title story this week comes from the wild world of cinema, where director Uwe Boll is threatening legal action against Warner Brothers over the soon-to-be-released Rampage movie featuring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Rampage, for those not aware, is an adaptation of an old video game franchise involving massive monsters taking down buildings, eating people, and all that fun stuff. Boll released several movies under the Rampage branding in his long, terrible history with making films, and is upset, though it is worth mentioning that Boll doesn't appear to own a trademark on Rampage. Quote, "The new Rampage movie will shrink my brand and my revenues that I can make in the future with my Rampage movies. It also confuses the audience," end quote. If you want to stick it to Boll, shrink his brand a bit, and also watch what is likely a graphically amazing but otherwise garbage movie, you can catch Rampage in theaters on April 13th. The developers of Factorio have announced that the factory simulator is stable enough that it'll be leaving early access soon. In celebration of a stable version 0.16 and coming version 0.17, which will likely be the final release candidate for the game, the studio is raising the price of Factorio as of April 16th to $30 US. The odd portion of the announcement came when the studio said, quote, "As you probably know, we have a strict no-sale policy. The game will not go on sale on Steam or any other platform. This basically means that purchasing before the 16th of April 2018 is the only way to buy the game cheaper than the increased release price," end quote. Not sure why they thought gamers probably knew they had this policy, as outside of the enormous marketing muscle of companies like Apple, Disney, and World of Warcraft subscription fees, rigid pricing in gaming is basically never done. Saying you probably know this will never go on sale, but if you buy before April 16th, you won't get stuck with a higher price, though, does kind of sound like a sale. Unfortunately, much to my chagrin, as I've been pretty stoked for this game, Jurassic World Evolution will feature none other than many gamers' most hated DRM scheme, Denuvo. Frontier Developments has a history using Denuvo, with the system being still present in Planet Coaster. Now, while there is a significant contingent of gamers who are tired of hearing about Denuvo and the possibility of losing access to a game in future because of online requirements and DRM, your boredom of the debate does not invalidate the concerns of those who do oppose Denuvo. With any luck, Frontier will see the light, or Evolution will just be cracked within a week. I hate rooting for the pirates, and I do not support taking games without paying in an unauthorized fashion, but if you grab a crack to dump this kind of intrusive copy protection from your legitimately purchased game, life, finds a way. According to sources close to Square Enix, the recent re-release of Chrono Trigger on PC wasn't exactly how an HD remaster was supposed to happen. A team within the Japanese publisher had been working on a full-blown HD remake with video footage which leaked this week. Unfortunately, as part of the ramp-up to Square Enix Holdings opening a brand new AAA studio called Luminous Productions, the team lost the vast majority of its funding, explaining the lack of marketing push and leaving us with the effectively mobile clone version of Chrono Trigger that we got, much to the disappointment of many. It's unknown whether the proper HD remake that many gamers have wanted for decades will eventually happen, but given how all over the map Square Enix has been with closing and opening studios, canceling projects, and the like, I wouldn't hold my breath. With any luck, the same won't happen to Final Fantasy VII. In some unexpected news, likely forced by an imminent leak, Hello Games has announced that in summer 2018, No Man's Sky Next will be releasing. Next is an update to the game, inclusive of Xbox One X 4K and HDR support, which according to Sean Murray, quote, "will be our biggest update so far, and something we've been working ridiculously hard on," end quote. While details are somewhat scant, the release will also come to WeGame, Tencent's Chinese version of Steam, as China is the second biggest region for the game. Given Murray's propensity towards embellishment, which is a kind way of saying he lies like Charles Ponzi, the update is likely to give players the ability to bring their spaceships down to sail on procedurally generated oceans with loads of fetch quests to complete, which will add some much-needed girth to the inch-deep pond that is No Man's Sky. If you want a Vive Pro and don't already have all the little extraneous, totally unnecessary goodies like tracking base stations, controllers, and such, a brand new setup is going to cost you around $1,250 US. HTC hasn't released information yet about a full kit, with the headset clearly being marketed to those who have the old version already, but they did include a shiny bundle where you can get everything except the headset for $450 US. A whole $50 cheaper than just buying the old HTC Vive bundle itself, which includes the old headset. PlayStation VR is also reducing their PSVR bundle price down to $299 US, so it's really just HTC that's going in the opposite direction. I'm struggling to understand how HTC can't bring the price down, given that the Samsung Odyssey, with controllers, has the same screens for $300 less. As of May 1st, Microsoft is banning all offensive language and inappropriate content from Skype, Xbox, Office, and other services. Offensive language is of course not defined because that's the best way to implement new rules, especially when, quote, investigating alleged violations of these terms, Microsoft reserves the right to review your content in order to resolve the issue, end quote. Wee bit of a privacy overstep there, Microsoft? Especially given how many businesses use Skype and transmit closely held corporate knowledge via the service, or at least did until this TOS change. All of that said, however, Microsoft also said, quote, we cannot monitor the entire services and make no attempt to do so, end quote. So while it won't stop your mother from getting notoriety altogether, it may put a damper on her career. And our good news game story of the week. Lindsay Lohan's heart has been broken as her lawsuit against Rockstar for allegedly using her likeness in Grand Theft Auto V has had yet another setback, with her only remaining course of action being to drop the lawsuit or take the ultimate road of appealing to the Supreme Court. She's always been a bit of a drama queen, and the comparison between her and the GTA character Lacey Jonas are little more than rumors. It's not much of a confession, but let me be the first to say that I'm over bossy celebrities poking their noses into gaming. They're clearly not related in any way. Lacey Jonas was portrayed as being anorexic in GTA 5, believing she's fat and blaming it on French fries. Maybe French fries are code for cocaine? Why is this a good news game story? Well, as it turns out, it may be precedent-setting by permitting the use of a person's likeness in many ways equivalent to film and photographs. So yay, games are the same as everything else. This has been your Game Industry News Wrap-Up for the week of March 31st, 2018. I may have added a story this week which did not actually happen, but given the ridiculous nature of everything else, I look forward to seeing if anyone can pick out which one. I'll pin a comment tomorrow so as not to confuse people. My name's Tarmack. Thanks for watching.